week 8 of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers I would look to buy low and trade for. The first guy's Madison Bumgardner, the Arizona Diamondbacks. And Bumgardner, the last couple weeks before the last week or two here, he was on a tear with huge great outings and pitching the baseball well, but right now he's been hit hard in the last few games, and fantasy owners, they've dropped him in 6% of fantasy leagues so far this week. On the season here from Bumgardner, 53 and 2/3, 4-4 record, 44 hits, 27 earned runs, 7 homers given up, 14 walks, 56 strikeouts, a 4.53 ERA, and a 1.08 whip with 3 quality starts. But the last couple weeks here, 10 innings, 0-2 record, 10 hits, 7 earned runs, 2 homers given up, 4 walks, 7 Ks, a 6.30 ERA, and a 1.40 whip here for Bumgardner. So Bumgardner, the last 2 out of 3 starts, it's been tough sledding for him, where he's either not going deep into games or he's getting hit hard and giving up a decent amount of runs. So right now, while his value's down, while he's been getting hit hard, this is a perfect time to go out there and grab him, in my opinion, in a deal. And his next start's tomorrow versus a pretty decent St. Louis Cardinal offense. So the last few outings here for Bumgardner, May 11th versus Miami, 7 innings, got the win, 4 hits, no runs, 9 Ks, and 0.57 whip, and a quality start. May 17th at the Dodgers, he only lasted 4 innings in that one, got the loss, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, 4 walks, 5 Ks, a 4.5 ERA, and a 1.5 whip. And then May 22nd at the Rockies, 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, a homer given up, 2 Ks, a 7.5 ERA, and a 1.33 whip. So right here, as he versed tougher offenses and tougher ballparks to pitch in the last 2 outings versus division rivals, it's been tough sledding from Bumgardner, but I think he could turn things around. And I still think he has a decent amount of stuff left in the tank. So right now, after coming off a couple bad outings, I think you could buy him low or even pick him up on your waiver wire, since owners are dropping him so far this week in 6% of leagues. The next pitcher is Mccullis of the Houston Astros. So on this list, a lot of pitchers who are on the injured list, this is the time to buy him low, and Mccullis kicks that off with the injured guy. So right here, he went on the injured list yesterday with right shoulder soreness. He is Mccullis, and Mccullis, he's one of the better pitchers, obviously, on this Houston Astro pitching staff. So far in the season, 51 and 2/3, 3-1 record, 34 hits given up, 17 earned runs, 5 homers, 26 walks, 59 Ks, a 2.96 ERA, a 1.16 whip, and 5 quality starts. So the only problem I have with Mccullis is obviously the injury and his walk ratio, 59 strikeouts to 26 walks in 51 innings. So every inning or other inning, he's given up a walk. So the walks he's got to get better at. And the last couple weeks before he went down with the soreness in his shoulder, 11 innings, no record for him, 11 hits, 3 earned runs, a homer given up, 6 walks, 12 Ks, a 2.45 ERA, and a 1.55 whip with a quality start. So right now, there's not that much of a timetable here for Lance Mccullis to come back, but I'm expecting him to be out probably 2 to 4 weeks if it's not that serious. If it's serious, he could be out months or even the season if they find something in that shoulder with a problem. But right now, this is the perfect time to go out there and get him, and especially fantasy owners, if they're down in the standings and they want to just get anything from Mccullis, it's a good time to get it. His ERA's been good, the strikeouts have been pretty good, over 1 per inning, and he's pitching well on a decent Houston Astro team. So the last few outings here from Mccullis, May 11th versus the Angels, 8 innings, got the win, 3 hits, 1 earned run, a homer, 2 walks, 9 Ks, a 1.13 ERA, and an 0.63 whip with a quality start. May 16th versus Texas, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, 5 Ks, no ERA, a 1.17 whip, and a quality start. And then at Texas, May 22nd, 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, a homer given up, 4 walks, 7 Ks, a 5.40 ERA, and a 2 whips. So right here, Mccullis, he's pitching well, but now with the injury, this is the time to go out there and buy him low, unless obviously news comes out that he's out for the season. The next pitcher is Blake Snell of the San Diego Padres. So the Padres, they acquired 3 pitchers in the offseason, and Blake Snell in a trade, Yu Darvish and Joe Musgrove, all in trades. And so far, surprisingly, Snell's been the worst out of those 3 pitchers, with Darvish and Musgrove really pitching well this season. So far this year, for for Snell. Only 44 innings, 1-1 record, 39 hits, 22 earned runs, 7 homers, 28 walks, 67 strikeouts, a 4.5 ERA, 1.52 whip, and a quality start. So the walks, they're definitely hurting Snell. But once again, his strikeout numbers are great though, 67 in 44 innings, but he's not going deep into games with a lot of strikeouts and a lot of walks. So obviously that pitch count's going to build up, and he's not going to do much in the last couple weeks for Snell. 9 2/3, 0-1 record, 10 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 homers, 4 walks, 18 Ks, a 5.59 ERA, and a 1.45 whip with a quality start. So Blake Snell, it's been a struggle for sure this season for him with his new ball club in San Diego, with only 1 quality start in the first 8 weeks of the season, which definitely is troubling. But like I said, if he could cut his walks down, he's going to go deeper into ball games as Snell. But right now, that just hasn't been the case for him. And obviously, he's on a Padres team with one of the best offenses in all of Major League Baseball. So he's just got to go deeper into games and stop walking the ballparks. On May 12th at Colorado, 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, 3 walks, 7 Ks, 4.5 ERA, and a 2 whip. May 18th versus the Rockies, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 5 hits, 1 walk, 11 Ks, a 1.5 ERA, a 1 whip, and a quality start. And May 25th in Milwaukee, 3 2/3 only, got the loss, 5 hits, 5 earned, 2 homers, 3 walks, 7 Ks, a 12.27 ERA, and a 2.18 whip. So right here, hopefully Snell could get things going and bounce back. And his next outing's Monday, May 30th at the Houston Astros. So right here, hopefully Snell gets things going. But right now with these numbers and only 1 quality start under his belt this season, I think he's an easy buy low candidate. And I definitely would take a chance on him because this San Diego team, guys are coming back. They're starting to hit and they're starting to win ball games. And if Snell just cuts the walks down, he's going to be fine and be a big fantasy factor, in my opinion. The next pitcher is another injured guy, Zach Gallen of the Arizona Diamondbacks. So Gallen, he was a high draft pick in most fantasy leagues coming into the year. I saw him go anywhere from the 4th or 5th round he started from, but he's been out a while now with the elbow injury, and hopefully he's only out a few more weeks, is Gallen. I believe he got quick surgery right away on the elbow. So on the season before he went down, 26 2/3, 1-1 record, 18 hits, 9 earned runs, a homer given up, 14 walks, 32 strikeouts, a 3.04 ERA, and a 1.20 whip with 2 quality starts here for Gallen. So Gallen, we haven't seen him since May 7th at the New York Mets. So obviously 3 weeks ago, he's been out now. And Gallen, the last few outings before he went down, April 25th, 7 innings, got the win in Atlanta, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks, 0.43 whip, and a quality start. May 1st versus the Rockies, 4 innings, got the loss, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks, a 9 ERA, a 2 whip. And then May 7th at the Mets, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 5 Ks, a 1.50 ERA, and a 1.33 whip with a quality start. So Gallen, hopefully he comes back sooner than later. And right now, not many fantasy owners are even thinking about him. They just have him stashed on their injured list. And right now, if I could make a deal for him, I think this is the time to go out there and do it. And if he could come back by July or August, you get a good pitcher to your pitching staff by addition without giving up much. And the 5th and final pitcher I look to buy low and trade for is Zach Plesac of the Cleveland Indians. So Plesac, another injured player as well. And I mentioned a lot of injured guys are going to be on this list. And Plesac, he's even been dropped in 6% of fantasy leagues. Owners just not stashing him on their injured list. So Plesac, he went on the injured list the other day with the finger injury, but on the thumb with the fracture. But right now they're saying he don't need surgery. So for it to heal, it'll probably take 6 to 8 weeks range, or maybe 4 to 6. We'll see. And on the season, Plesac so far, before he went down, 58 2/3, 4-3 record, 48 hits, 27 earned runs, 9 homers given up, 12 walks, 38 Ks, a 4.14 ERA, and a 1.02 whip with 5 quality starts. And the last couple outings before he went down, 18 2/3, 2-0 record, 14 hits, 10 earned runs, 5 homers, 5 walks, 7 Ks, 4.82 ERA, a 1.02 whip, and a quality start. So Plesac, pretty decent numbers. The ERA wasn't all that great, But I think once he comes back, he'll get things going once again. But right now, with this thumb fracture, I think he'll probably be out, like I mentioned, to July or August the latest. So right now, while he's out with the injury, this is a perfect time to go out there and trade for him and stash him on your injured list and hope he comes back. So the last few outings before he went down, May 13th at Seattle, 8 innings, got the win, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, giving up 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, a 2.25 ERA, and the 0.63 whip in a quality start. May 18th at the Angels, 7 innings, got the win, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 homers, 1 walk, 4 Ks, 6.43 ERA, a 1.14 whip. And then May 23rd versus Minnesota, 3 2/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, a homer, a walk, a K, 7.36 ERA, and a 1.64 whip. So please, Zach, he was struggling the last 2 games before he went down, but I think once he comes back, he'll be good, and he's definitely a buy low candidate. So that's a few pitches I would look to buy low and trade for here in week 8 of the fantasy baseball season.